Hey guys, welcome
Hey guys.
back. I'm Chris, and that is Tara as usual. So we were talking a little earlier about things that we wish we would have known before we came to Australia. So I suggested that we put it in a video. So yeah, today's video is things we wish we would have known before moving to Australia. So for me, I'll begin. Probably top of my choice for a lot of North Americans is
What?
they don't have Wendy's. Don't be fooled that they have.
Wendys is your favorite.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
So before I came here, I checked out the map because I didn't know where I was going really. It's coming here primarily for work, and I saw Wendy's on the map, and it was closed. So I was like, "Oh man, how did they close like a Wendy's?" So anyway, months later down the line, I was in another city for training, and I saw that they had Wendy's. So I got all happy. I was like, "Yeah." Turns out Wendy's is a hot dog stand basically. So I was really disappointed, and
Hot
yeah, like literally hot
dog.
dogs and like basic fries. And their hot dogs are like they put it
Is
in
it
like
recording?
yeah, they put it like in a microwave or something. I was like,
Oh. Oh my gosh, I have to add. This isn't. I wasn't even thinking this. And I don't eat hot dogs or whatever. But I wish I knew before this so I wouldn't be so shocked and appalled that they serve hot dogs like street meat on a piece of bread. Back home, only poor people do that. If you can't afford
that's
a bun.
false. When we didn't have buns at home, we'd bring out the bread.
Yeah, if you weren't prepared, but
Yeah.
that's like disgusting. The bread gets all wet, and that's how they serve it.
And they call it a sausage sizzle, not a barbecue.
Ugh, that's just wrong.
But yeah, back to Wendy's, and I asked people, and they didn't know what Wendy's was, but like, I love that little redhead girl, and they didn't have it here, so that was disappointing. Some people might like,
Is
make...
that why? Is that why you like me with red?
maybe.
Wendy. Tara.
So yeah, they have McDonald's, they have Burger King, but it's called what's it called again? Hungry Jack's, but yeah, no Wendy's, and that's disappointing because Wendy's to me is the best fast food joint to get a good cheeseburger. And I don't know, what else did you think?
I wish I knew the clothing sizes were different so that when I go to the store for the first time and pick up a size 6 or 8 and it doesn't fit me at all, I know I'm not a gigantic fat ass. It's just because the sizes are different.
Yeah, I remember when you
So,
first told me that.
yeah, here I'm like a 10 or 12 back home. That's a lot smaller than 10 or 12 back home.
Yeah.
So,
Here, for the men's, I guess I haven't had any trouble, but yeah.
the first time I picked up a 6 in shorts and I got them on, they were like skin tight. I was like, oh god, what happened? But yeah.
I guess for the both of us, I guess because we're in Queensland, which is super hot, I wish I knew how hot it got some days
Yeah.
because I came with like sweaters, and if anyone's Australian watching this, this is like jumpers or whatever. I came with like sweaters and stuff like that. And like in the winter it gets cold, but by 12 o'clock it's back up to 25 or whatever degrees. So like it's really hot some days. Like we had a heat wave maybe 2 weeks ago. It was like 40 with humidity or higher, hotter
Yeah,
than
with
that.
humidity is like 47.
Yeah.
That's just too hot to even function.
So like yeah, I tell people at work, I'm like, back home we call a heat advisory, and they open up gyms and hand out water bottles. Here you just have
That's
to
when it's
deal
like
with it.
30.
Yeah, that's when it's 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like 30 with humidity, isn't it?
Maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 32
Yeah.
with the humidity, but
Yeah, but
it's like 30 here every day. It's not even winter right now, and today was 30.
yeah, but that's here like down south. It's cooler, but yeah, if you're coming to Queensland, be prepared. It's hot.
Yeah, don't pack any sweaters. You're never gonna use them.
Oh, another thing. I don't know. I guess this is this. How could I explain it? Just I don't know. Being ignorant. I thought because it was a hot kind of tropical country that it would be sunny late at night.
Yeah, I had that as one of my things too. I wish I knew how early it got dark.
Yeah.
That's kind of depressing.
Yeah, it is. Because when I first came here, like I got off the plane, it was so hot. Then by like 5, 6 o'clock. Well, I came in March, so like yeah, 6 o'clock it was like dark, and I was like, feel like I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Because you think beaches and everything, you can go to the beach, but yeah, it's just weird, I guess.
The days are short, but not actually.
If you wake
That's
up,
weird to say. It's not short because it gets light super early.
yeah.
So if you wake up when the sun comes up at 5:30 or so, then your day is nice and long, a 12-hour day. But yeah, if you're like regular people, wake up 8 or 9, you only have a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that I guess I don't know if the cashier knew that I was like kind of weirded out, but their prices, how they're inclusive, like there's no like the taxes, whatever you see, that's what you pay. So I remember the first time I went to Kmart, I bought something. I forget what it was, but it was for like $5, and then the lady said $5, and I looked at her like, and then I gave her like five, just like slow, and then she took it, and I literally left the store thinking, yes, I got a deal.
Here's your receipt. Have a nice day. Thank you.
So I had no clue. I was like, what? How come it's just $5? It took me like a while to realize like whatever the price is what you pay, which I think is a lot better.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry as much.
It
But-
sounds so. I don't want to sound rude, but I wish that I knew that even though they speak English here, that I really can't understand people sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I knew how hard their accent was to understand. Sometimes. Depends on the person, but sometimes I look at people like, I have no idea what the hell you just said to me. And I think they feel the same way sometimes with me,
I
too.
think
It's
sometimes
like,
too, because we pronounce
okay.
it. Yeah, like we pronounce our R's and things like that, and they can't understand what
Or
we
like
say.
the thing when you bring something back for, like, you want to return something or get a refund.
Yeah.
And you say, I want to return this to the store, and they're like, you want a refund? Well, yeah, I'm not just going to give it back to you for free.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, the little language barriers is harder than I thought it would be.
But yeah, I have that trouble too. Or even people just assuming that you know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I have coworkers who just say stuff, and I just say, "Oh yeah, yeah," and in my head I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about. So it's just weird. And yeah, for the people who talk fast, like my manager, sometimes I don't understand him. Or yeah, he kind of mumbles his words, so it's just a little weird. But yeah, that's one thing too.
The biggest thing I wish I knew, I had an idea of how scary the bugs and stuff here were,
Yeah.
but I didn't know actually how big they are. I don't know if it's to do with the heat. They grow like supersize. The first thing that comes to mind is the grasshoppers that are like,
Oh, I remember that. That scared me.
God, they're like 4 inches maybe, and the friggin' bats
Yeah.
are humongous. The biggest
Yeah.
bats I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're huge.
I didn't even believe Chris when he told me it was a bat. At first, he told me it was a bat, and I was like, that's not a bat, that's a crow. Until I actually saw it up close, and the wings are like, bat wings. I was like, what?
Or even the cockroach. Like, cockroaches
yeah.
here,
Oh my
they're
God.
not like if your house is dirty. I don't know how to explain it, because back home, like, if you have, like, a bad apartment building or
Yeah.
whatever, and you have, like, a dirty apartment building, you have, like, roaches, and they're, like, tiny.
Like,
These are,
people
like,
back home don't rent you rent apartments. They wouldn't rent an apartment if it had roaches.
yeah.
Here,
exactly.
it's like, it's not even a thing. They just come in, and that's what it is.
Yeah, they're, like, this big, and, like, they come in, and, like, they just come in, but they're not, like, the dirty roaches, but they're just gigantic. Yeah, because I consider, like,
Yeah.
ours back home, like,
Yeah.
dirty ones. Like,
Yeah, they are. 'Cause
these ones are like tropical gigantic roaches that just come in and
Yeah.
scare the living daylights out of you, because I don't like them. Oh, and the spiders are big too.
Oh God, I'm so glad we don't live in New South Wales or places that have those giant huntsman spiders.
Yeah.
That would shit me right back. And the ones in Queensland are big enough that I've seen, and they're not nearly as big as that.
At least where we live,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, other places.
Oh, that makes me sweat thinking about it. They're too big. That's like the other part too. Wishing that we knew. Not that it matters, because there's not really that many stores, but the stores here close so early.
Yeah, that's really
Like
stupid.
5 o'clock. So, yeah, I wish I knew. I don't. It's not like that in the bigger cities.
they close at 7 in Melbourne, I think, when we
Yeah.
went. But still, even 7. They have late night shopping, which is Thursdays, and but that's one day. It is silly to me to have one day of the week where
Mm.
you do late night shopping. Like people, I finish work at 4:30, so if I needed anything during the week, I'd have to
Yeah.
rush to the store. Like grocery stores are open to 9, but actual stores where you go shop. So like, yeah, it's just weird that I don't know. They haven't caught up with the rest of the world. Like we have Walmarts in like the States and Canada. Well, I don't know if Canada anymore, but in the States it open 24 hours a day.
Gosh. When we went back for a holiday in our summer, that was so nice to just be like 9 o'clock. Want to
Yeah.
go to Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like at least you have the option to go if you
Yeah,
want to.
exactly. Or to browse. Like here,
Yeah.
if you're bored, you're staying inside.
And it's dark, so the stores are closed and it's dark. What
Yeah.
the heck? There's nothing to do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Food. I wish I knew that food was pretty much completely different here. Like there's a lot of stuff from back home that you don't even see here, or if you do, it doesn't taste the same. So
Like salad dressing.
yeah, I
Oh.
remember you had that issue.
Yeah.
Even like cereal, there's no like Lucky Charms, Frosted Flakes. I saw Fruit Loops, but yeah, just the minor things that you wish you had back home here. So yeah, it's just annoying to not have the same treats that you have here, and yeah,
I feel like their chocolate's better here.
I'm not a chocolate person.
Yeah, your chocolate's definitely better, but caramel or caramel, however you say it, that's different for sure here. It does
Yeah.
not taste the same. So anything
Yeah,
like
you
with
kept saying
caramel
that.
inside, like a chocolate bar or whatever,
Yeah.
is not the same. And chips.
Oh yeah, they
Oh.
have no Lay's here. Well, Aldi or Aldi, however you pronounce it, they had especially had American Week or whatever, and they had Lay's chip, but they have no Lay's, and we love Lay's chips. Oh, and to add on top of that, Domino's sucks.
They sound like such fatties. How dare you not have Wendy's and Lay's chips? Oh my gosh, and Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, that's not something I wish I knew before I got here, because I knew that it just sucks.
I wish I knew about the attacking birds. I mentioned magpies
Oh
before.
my gosh, I don't think if I knew about that, I would come.
Yeah,
They
that's
really terrify me.
yeah, it's a scary time of year. So yeah, if you come, it's around November when they are laying their eggs or whatever it is. But yeah, they attack. We don't have attacking birds back home.
No.
Birds are friendly. These are literally predatory and they want to literally kill you. So I mentioned that before. So yeah. That's all for today. If you guys are living in Australia or plan to come to Australia, have any questions, leave some comments, give us a like, and subscribe because, yeah, we'll be talking about more things Australia as time passes along and as we learn more things. So,
And it would be interesting if anybody lived in Australia that moved to Canada and things they wish they knew before they moved there.
yeah.
See the difference. So if you lived in Australia and you moved to Canada, tell us what you think.
Till next time. See you guys. Bye.